Thank you, Brianna. Now, around this time last year, hundreds of thousands of Floridians found themselves all of a sudden without a job. So they did the obvious thing. They applied for unemployment. And as we all know, it was a disaster. Now the Department of Economic Opportunity is asking for millions to rebuild the system that failed so spectacularly. Jocelyn Howard is on your side tonight, looking through a new report into the fiasco and what needs to be done to get it fixed.
Check out this graph. It shows spikes in unemployment claims since 1990 now. This big spike right here is the start of the pandemic, and it completely crashed the Connect system.
Hundreds of thousands of users were trying to access Connect, which caused the system to become totally unavailable for use.
Department of Economic Opportunity Director Dane Eagle says the system failed Floridians after it wasn't properly maintained since it was developed in 2013.
Think of that as we were issued an iPhone in 2013. We didn't do the updates or bother to get a new iPhone in that process, and we're still operating on older data.
Senator Randolph Bracey saying,
"This Connect system is garbage.
We bought the cheapest product."
An independent investigation was ordered in 2020 to find the system's flaws. A key finding, data needs to be transferred to the cloud to better handle future influx in claims.
The initial expense might be very high, but it also allows for scalability as we go.
Eagle says it will take $244 million over the next 5 years, including $72 million for a brand new system. Wade White, an unemployed and now homeless veteran, told lawmakers the system needs to be fixed from all angles, including its staff.
If it does not have adequate human support to direct these issues, you have wasted more of the money and more of our time, and more people will continue to suffer.
Eagle is asking lawmakers to approve hiring another 435 employees. There hasn't been any indication on what will be approved. Jocelyn Howard, First Coast News, on your side.